Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Sacramento Miners and the Chicago Tigers. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Sacramento Miners and the Chicago Tigers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visitors from Sacramento, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries, 85 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
On second down now, Newberry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On fourth down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Going to run the jet sweep. Callaway with it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 24, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Fights free yet again. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mack off the draw play. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. We'll look now at our starting defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On play action, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Check.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check. Walk 54. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, Brissett. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. A gain of 3, second down. On second down, it's Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Prescott from the gun on third. A dump off to Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
A first down carry by Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Newberry. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds. Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got it.
On third down, it's Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Come on, we better not.
And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they blocked it. Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here.
Partners, you well know every blocked punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's 21-3. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense.
Draw play, Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So they bring out their punter. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down, here's a run with Mack. He takes this for 3 to the 29. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Play fake, Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. To throw, Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Brissett to the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Brissett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Brissett now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brissett again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he caught it up. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Now, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right there, 54 miles. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. Prescott on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Price. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Brissett now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Brissett on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Wide open receiver, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Rip left, rip left.
Brissett to throw on first. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, Brissett. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 8 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Now the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across to the 33-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And on now is the punter, as he's on to kick it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. So here are visitors to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
40. Freeze the mic. Watch the out. Watch the out. 26.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 27 yards there, a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, every day.
Prescott yet again. And he slings one that's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and...
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. They go right back to Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting, and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. On third down, a run by Mack. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Three bud.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he will lose yardage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go. Hey, come on. 54. It's just me and you.
Play action now. Brissett. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
I'm coming back.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They go play action with Brissett. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Prescott now. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Let's go.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On third down, it's Mack. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.